Hey, what's up people? Hopefully you all are fine and welcome to PyTroops. Today we are gonna learn about how to create a simple calculator by using Tkinter Python. So let's get started. So friends, till now we learned how to create main window, how to create labels, entry box, buttons, and for a simple calculator we need these all things. We need a simple window, we need a entry box, we need a button. So I have already created this main window. Let's just quickly run the window. So just run it, and pretty simple window. So wait, I think the size of the window is a little big, so let's just change it to 440, and now just run it, and okay, this size is perfect. Okay, so first of all we have to create a layout of our calculator. So the first thing we need is our display, the entry box. So ent is for entry, is equals to entry, which is the Tkinter function. We wanted our window, comma, width is equals to, let's say width should be 25, and now set the font to times, and size should be 20. Now just pack this entry box, so ent dot pack, and now if I run the program, so here is our display, main display, our entry box. Now just pass another parameter, which is border width. So because of this parameter our entry box look much better. So border width, let's say 10, and relief, which is the style of width, is equals to ridge, and now just run the program. So yes, you can see the borders on the entry box. So we have this empty space which look weird, so just increase the width to 27, and now run the program. Now it looks better. Okay, we have to use grid instead of pack because we have to place button also in a specific place, so grid is a better option. So entry box dot grid on raw is equals to 0, and definitely column is also is equals to 0, and pass another parameter, column span, which should be 5. Yeah, 5 is okay, and now just okay, now just run the program, and there is no change in our entry box because we have to grid it on 0th column and 0th row, so there is no change. Just pass another parameter, pad by is equals to, let's say 10, and now if I run the program, see there is a gap on the top which look now better. So now we need buttons, so let's just make our buttons. So just comment here hashtag buttons, so we got the idea. On this line we have our buttons. btn1 is for button 1 is equals to button, which is the Tkinter function again. We wanted our window, comma, text should be 1 for button 1, and height should be 5 is okay, I think. So height should be 5, and width of the button should be 11. Just make it 12. Yeah, just make it 12, and now remind me some other parameters. Yeah, border width, it will make the button more attractive, so border width should be 5, and now just copy this button and make the other buttons. So just paste it. Okay, so we have some more buttons like addition, subtraction, division, the equal sign button. So let's just make this button underscore equal, and the text should be the equal sign. Make another button. Okay, so we created the buttons. Now just make a gridding block. So just comment hashtag gridding, and now here grid the buttons btn1 dot grid. Sorry, btn1 dot grid. Now on the raw 1 we wanted, because on the raw 0 we have the entry box. So on the raw 1, and definitely the column should be 0, and just copy this and paste it for button 2. So button 1, and now just change it to button 2 and button 3. So button 2, button 3. Raw should be same, column should be changed. Raw 1, column 1, raw 1, column 2. And now if I run the program, so here we got the error. Oh sorry, spelling mistake for the border width. So let's just quickly correct it. Now just run the program. So here is the buttons. Okay, so we got the button 1, 2 and 3. We have to do the same thing for the button 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's just do it. Make the button 4, button 5 and button 6. Change the text to button 4, reading for button 5, reading for button 6, and now the row should be 2 and the column for the button 5 is 1, row should be 2, column should be 2. And now just run the program, and perfect. Now same thing we have to do for button 7, 8 and 9. Just quickly do it. 7, button 8, button 9. Change the buttons, button 7, 8, 9. This time row should be 3, column 0, 3, column 1 and column 2, column 1 and column 2. Now just run the program. So we got the 7, 8 and 9. Now just grid the addition button on row 1. So go to the row 1 and grid here the addition button. Button underscore add on row 1, and this time column should be 3. Subtraction button here, so on the row 2, so button underscore subtraction row 2 and column should be 3. Now multiplication button on the row 3, so button underscore mul multiplication on the row 3 and column should be 3. Now just run the program, and so here we have addition, subtraction, multiplication button. Now we have to grid button 0, button equal and button division. So let's just do it. On row 4 we have to grid button 0 on the row 4, column 0, and button division row 4, column 1, and button equal row 4, column 2. Now just run the program. So here we have this button. Now one place for the button is empty, so I think the clear button is also should be there. So let's just create a clear button. Just go to buttons and copy this whole, paste it here, just change the name to clear CLR, and text should be C, capital C, and now just create the button btn. Let's just copy this and paste it here, btn underscore clr dot grid raw 4 column 3, and now just run the program. So the layout of our calculator is complete. Now just create the functions. So if we press some buttons, so it do something, it should do some function, okay? And for this we have to pass some command in our buttons, so it will perform some function. Let's say for button 1, if we press button 1, then some function will be performed in the entry box. Just run the program. For now, if I press any button, nothing will happen, but the main function of the calculator is if I press 1, this 1 should be displayed in our entry box. So let's just do this. Create a function def, let's say button press, and pass the parameter number. Now this number comes from the button 1. If I press the button 1, the 1 is the parameterized in this function. So let's just make the function. So we have to insert this function in the entry box. So ent dot insert 0 comma, and we have to insert that number. So num, this num is come from the button when we press the button. So what we have to do, we have to pass the command in the button now. So just go to your buttons and write here command is equals to lambda. Now what this lambda function did actually? Lambda is the single line function that is called as soon as the program execute. It can be parameterized as well, so depending on your need, but in our case we need to call lambda function as soon as the button is clicked. And since command takes function with no argument, therefore we define a lambda function. So now just write the function name, which is button press, and in the argument we have to pass 1. So just this one pass to our function and insert in the entry box. Now just copy this whole thing and paste on every button. So just copy it, paste it here. Now just change the numbers, number 2, and just let these buttons still the same. Now and for these buttons, let's just remove this whole thing. Actually just leave it for now. Now just run the program, and if I press 1, so yep, we have 1 in our entry box. 2, oops, it should be 12, not 21. Okay, so there's a problem. If I press 4 and then 1, it should be 41, but it will be 14. So what is the problem actually? We can sort out this problem. We just have to get whatever in the function in a variable and save it. Let's say current is equals to, and get whatever in the entry box. So ent dot get, so whatever is in the entry box, now save in this current variable. And now just insert that current variable, I mean that current number, with the new number. So now just run the program, and if I press the button, oops, I got the error. Okay, so these are in the integer, we have to convert it to string. So string and then current number, plus sign is for concatenate, and again string, this number, new number. And now if I run the program, so okay, 1 2 it should be 12 but it is 121, and oops, actually it rewrite the value. So let's just remove this and just try to understand the whole scenario. Okay, so if I press 1 and now 2, so it is 121. Okay, the number 12 is here, but this one is the previous one, so we have to delete that current value. So let's just delete this, just empty the entry box after getting the value in the current. So entry box ent.delete 0, end. So it will remove everything which is in the entry box. Now just run the program. 1, 2, perfect. 3, 6, 8, 7, perfectly fine. Now okay, now we have to do calculation. So for this we have to make another function for the calculation, def. Let's just remove this and run the program again. Let's just remove this, run the program, press any button. Let's 5 plus, we got 1. This thing I want to understand. Change the numbers here to plus, divide, equal. What are the signs of the button? Actually change all these things. And for clear button, let's just run the program. Okay, we get the error. Sorry, we have to write in inverted commas as a string. So let's just change it to inverted commas, comma, and plus sign. Now just run the program and press any button. Let's say 1 plus, we got plus sign, 2. Now on pressing the equal button, there on this point we have to calculate, we have to do calculation. So there we are going to make another function, def, and the name of function is equal, because on pressing the equal button we got the answer. We do the calculations. So what we have to do, we got whatever in the entry box in a variable. So let's just take the variable ans is equals to ent dot get whatever in the entry box, and now just clear the entry box because we have the answer in our variable, which is ans. So let's just delete everything from the entry box, and now we have the text of the entry box in our variable answer. Now we have to do some calculation, and how we can do it. Let's just give me the example. Let's just quickly make a new project. Let's just make a new project, named it example, and here we have a variable a is equals to, let's say 1 plus 2. We have this 1 plus 2 in our variable a. Now in the ans variable we have this a. Okay, now this 1 plus 2 is in the ans variable. If I print this answer, so what is printed? What should be printed? The answer should be printed, which is 3. So exactly this type of thing we have in our calculator right now. In answer we have this 1 plus 2. Okay, so we have to do just print it. So how we print it on our display? Just by inserting it. So ent dot insert 0, now here we have to write eval, because we have the 1 plus 2 in string format, and this plus sign is not for concatenation now, it is for the operation now. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. So for this we have to write eval, so it will create number as an integer and plus sign as an operator. So eval bracket answer. Now just run the program. Okay, so now here we have to pass the command. So button, press button equal actually. So button equal btn. Okay, not button equal, just equal. Now just run the program. 1 plus 2 is equals to, oops, what the, okay, oh, I have to do it in the button clear, not, I just do it on the button clear. I have to do it on button equal. Let's just copy this and paste it here. How stupid I am. And again error. Oh damn, just remove this command and now just run the program. Okay, now 1 plus 3 is equals to 4. Perfect, we got the answer. 4 multiplied by 3 is equals to 12. Perfect. 12 minus 3 is equals to 9. Perfect. 9 divided by 3 is equals to 3.0. Perfectly fine. Now just do the last thing. For this clear button we have to make another function. So by press the clear button, it removes everything in the entry box. So tap CLR and just write a single line, ent.delete and 0, end. Now just run the program. Oh, just pass the command here first, sorry, clear. Now just run the program. Press any button, do anything. 1 multiply, let's say 1 plus 7, just clear. Oh, we got the error. The error is bad entry index. Just go to the line number and let's see what is the error. Oops, here we have to write end, not entry. So end. Now just run the program. So type and equals to 121 clear. Perfectly fine. So that's how we create our calculator. It's worked perfectly fine now. Hopefully you understand how to create a calculator. You can change the colors of the buttons and make it more attractive. It depends on how creative you are. So please like the video, subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so you will get the notification whenever we upload a video. Also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. You will get the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.